of His Holiness Sadguru Baba HARDEV Singh Ji Maharaj. This is the 63rd NIRANKARI Sant Samagam, and I'm so delighted to be here on behalf of the Baha'i community and offer my words of felicitations, share in the joy and the happiness of this unique get-together of thousands upon thousands, lakhs and lakhs of devotees who share that spiritual heritage which we have received from the NIRANKARI mission. As it is said that the light may be in any lamp, truth can come from any source, the rose may bloom in any garden. The light is the same light, the truth is the same truth, and the rose is the same rose. And in Hindi, if I have to say these words, एक सत्य दूसरे सत्य का खंडन नहीं करता, प्रकाश चाहे किसी भी दीप में रहा हो, प्रकाश ही है। गुलाब का पुष्प सदा सुंदर ही रहता है, चाहे वह किसी भी उद्यान में क्यों न खिलता रहा हो। We are all here in this magnetic spiritual gathering, and I, on behalf of the Baha'i community, am so delighted to be able to offer my great feelings of joy and happiness. I believe that the different spiritual streams of India have a great power to stir the whole globe. And we can see that manifest in the spiritual confluence coupled with service to humanity. Because as individual human beings, we can never be happy in our own small islands or in isolation. But when we are out there in the field, and as Babaji has often demonstrated, I have known the NIRANKARI mission, this Sat and Sant Samagam, for many, many years. And I know that his services reach out to the remotest of remotest villages and touch the hearts of the most forgotten and unfortunate peoples on this planet. And in this, I share the joy that the Baha'i community feels, because it is in service to humanity that we find spiritual elevation. And for Baha'is, we believe that the spiritual forces, which actually are a system of knowledge, must converge with another system of knowledge, that is science and technology. Today, humanity has the intelligence, the resources, the ability and capacity to solve every problem that we are experiencing on this planet. But it requires a spiritual convergence of this nature to appreciate the forces of science and technology. And when there is such a healthy convergence, there will surely be the paradise on earth. Because this earth is but one country. The preceding speaker, he spoke so eloquently, drawing our attention to the verses in the Holy Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Vibhinna Shastras of our spiritual heritage in this great country. And he brought about such a wonderful confluence. Now when this is translated into practical reality, into action, and demonstrated through the purity of our lives, we will surely be able to transform this world into a paradise. And worldwide, the Baha'is all over share this privilege. And in Delhi, I know that Maharaj-ji, when it was, the Baha'i temple was completed, he had an occasion, I believe, to visit. And I was just mentioning that from December onwards, we will be celebrating the 25th anniversary of its public dedication. And just like the lotus flower, it blooms in stagnant water in the midst of murky atmosphere, and yet it gives out the message of what it means to be spotless, pure and beautiful. So if we believe that human beings are the highest form of creation, the Ashraful Makhlukat was mentioned, the Sarvashresh Prani, then sometimes I feel very sad to see why human beings have reduced themselves to less than an animal. In fact, if the animals had a voice, they would say to human beings, shame, shame upon you. God has given you the best of everything, and yet you are unable to live in peace and harmony. It is our conviction that this is the age when we have to overcome the problems, the defects, the challenges, the hardships that have been caused as a result of our age-old habits, our forms of behavior which have caused division, which have brought about conflicts, which have separated society from society, the nation from the nation, and caused so much of destruction of the environment. In this very month, once again, heads of the state and the governments of the nations of the world are coming together to address the problems of climate change, to talk about how consumerism can be reduced, to talk about new ways, new lifestyles, so that we can live with each other in peace and harmony, and we can truly look upon this speck of dust that we call planet Earth as our common homeland. More than 150 years ago, Baha'u'llah has echoed these sentiments, which today we are experiencing it literally, because communication is taking place with the speed of sound, and transportation is happening with the speed of, the communication is taking place with the speed of light, and transportation is occurring with the speed of sound. And today, when we have so much of understanding and knowledge, surely we can bridge that long journey between the head and the heart. So often we find people live their lives until the end. That journey from the head to the heart, or from the heart to the head, is never completed. And in a spiritual gathering of this nature, we find such joy and harmony on the faces of everyone. They have come, people have come here from far off lands, remote villages, and yet to see them all together as brothers and sisters, as members of one family, is truly an amazing, it's truly a miracle that Babaji has been able to achieve this. And we, on behalf of the Baha'i community, wish the Sant Samagam the very best in the days ahead, and our spiritual energies are joined with yours so that we can make this world a happier and better place. After all, the betterment of the world can be achieved through pure and goodly deeds, through commendable and seemly conduct. And we do so by raising our children, by giving them the moral energies that they require to be good adults. We do that by responding with quality time and patience to the questions of the junior youth, the Kishore